We've got Coach Tim Kirby, Ariel Saunders, and Kristen Seltzer with us. And Coach, we'd just like you to start out with a little bit about tonight's game.
I think the biggest thing about the total game was just we couldn't put together multiple runs. I mean, we would make some good plays. I thought defensively there were times in the game, especially in the first half, when we weren't getting anything done on the offensive end. We were getting stops, and that kept it close. I mean, down 4 at halftime, shooting 20-something%, and we've had a few games like that this year where their defense kept us from getting to our comfortable spots where we like to go score from, and there was a couple of times we got there and we didn't finish, but we didn't get enough offensive possessions where we could make a run. And you know, their middle of the second half, I think our press affected them just a little bit. We got to get some transition baskets that way, and we started getting to the free throw line. That was probably as big of an issue tonight as anything about trying to keep some runs going. We'd make some shots, and then they'd get 2 or 3 blocks that we got where we wanted to and just didn't finish. And we didn't get to go to the free throw line out of it, so that cut that run off. And I just think that we just didn't put enough runs together to finish the game right. And it's kind of frustrating not being able to do that. I mean, I thought offensively we were executing pretty decent. There was a couple of times where we got the shot clock down and got the ball inside and did finish, and I was really pleased with that, because sometimes you stand and you're waiting for somebody to go make a play, and I thought we did. And it was just a matter of putting multiple multiple possessions together where once we took the lead, couldn't keep it going. So I thought that was probably the biggest issue we had.
Any questions?
Kristen, did you notice a difference in style of play? I mean, a lot of the teams we've played this year, you've played them several times over and over, and you know, with this being the first meeting against Concordia St. Paul, their size was a little different than what we have come up against this year. So just what are your thoughts about that?
It was definitely a little different than what we've been seeing in conference play. They're really strong inside and really big compared to us, so we had to adjust a little bit for that. And they have a lot of shooters too, so you know, you've got to be ready to guard inside, but you also have to be able to get out and slow them down there. And they also drive, so they're just a really talented team. So we knew we were going to have to play well.
Ariel, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I thought their size, I mean, I know Kristen and I, it's been very rare throughout the year that we've seen 2 post players like us. She's usually having to guard a guard, so I know I was excited about that. But they've also got big guards on the perimeter and stuff like that, and I thought they finished well. They don't run much of like the dribble drive like Swasser or something like that, and all the sets that OBU runs, they had a different style, but I thought we were capable, but just didn't.
Coach Kirby, did you notice that in pregame? I mean, in your scouting of Concordia St. Paul, that they were going to present a different type of challenge than maybe what we've seen this year? Yeah,
you know, they run some good stuff, and I think they execute pretty well. But I'm really pleased with how we covered. I mean, we held them to 32% from the field, and most of the shots were contested. The 2 shots that really kind of hurt us and kept us from continuing the little run we made when we started pressing was we didn't get matched up out of the press 2 times, and they shot wide open shots from the free throw line, and then they followed that with a 3 a little bit later. But the 2 shots from the free throw line where we just didn't get matched up, we were in a zone, we were pressing back to a zone, and that's really the biggest problem we had tonight. I mean, because I thought defensively we did a good job. They didn't just pound it inside and kill us off the glass. You know, even rebounding, it was fairly even. We just missed a bunch of shots, and they were able to get a few more rebounds than us, but it was even with the offensive boards. Handling the ball, I mean, we had 11. I mean, most coaches are going to be pleased with 11. So I thought I thought the way we played the game was good. It's hard to shoot 28% and get a win. We've done that in the past and played hard enough and made some plays in other ways that we were able to win a game like that. But we're in the NCAA tournament. They got a good team, well coached, and thought it was a good, hard-fought battle. I was just really probably disappointed is the best word about how we had about a 2-minute stretch in there. But anytime you're pressing, that's not what we do all the time. Not getting matched up and giving open shots hurt us. So, but other than that, I thought we played hard. I thought we played well.
Coach Kessler mentioned that very rarely this year he didn't think they'd been outscored points in the paint at all, and Harding only allowed 14 points in the paint. Kristen, you and Ariel, either one or both can talk about this, but was that a focus going in? Defense, low post defense, just talk about that.
We knew that they were going to be bigger than us pretty much all around on the floor because they have big guards too, but we really focused on getting in front of the post and not letting them, especially since I can be considered undersized, I don't want to give them that chance to get in front of me and pin me. And Ariel does a great job of getting in position and just staying low. So we definitely focused on that in practice.
Well, I know a couple times I got caught behind or something, but we just talked about earlier, you just make them shoot it through your chest. It doesn't really matter how big they are, how strong they are. If they're having to shoot through you, I mean, they have to finish it. If they finish, it's a good play. I don't really feel like we changed much of what we did. We try to get in front when we can, but we just had to be in front when we could and then make them shoot it through us and block them out afterwards because, I mean, we got them in foul trouble, which is what we wanted because they don't go very deep, but that was the goal, and I thought we did well.
Any other questions?
Coach, if you don't mind saying what you told your seniors after the game, what you guys talked about, obviously, despite the loss, still record-breaking year, and what you guys discussed and maybe talked about this season.
I talked to the non-seniors about our seniors more than anything, just about how you don't take that for granted, because we talked about this about 2 weeks ago, where sometimes you think, well, we'll just go do the same thing next year, and you're sitting here looking for Kristen, you're looking for Dishalay and those girls that just battle every single day and bring you an attitude that if you don't replace it, you're going to miss it. And that was the biggest thing that was said in the locker room, other than just we love them and appreciate everything about them. And it's not just basketball. I mean, we've got girls that they're great students, they're great people, and I mean, we try to recruit that way. Hopefully we can get basketball players too out of that, and we feel like we did a good job with the senior class. I mean, they just bring everything to our team that we would like, and there's no perfect thing out there when it comes to recruiting players. I mean, there's just a lot of unknowns. I mean, until you get them and throw them in the fire, you don't know what you've got. But this group of girls have been through a whole bunch, and we don't go soft on them. And they probably hate my guts, but we don't go soft on them, and they've responded every single time. Sometimes I feel like they want more, but Kristen's probably ready to go high jump now and get rid of Kirby. But we're gonna miss them bad. They're exactly what you're looking for when it comes to the kind of person you want on your team.
Any other questions?
Kristen, I'll just ask you about your time here and how much it's meant to you, and I know it's obviously a special place, and you can just talk a little bit about that.
Sorry. I've just
Sorry.
been.
I'm sorry.
That was his fault. I've just been so blessed by Harding. That's really all that sums it up. You can't find a team or a group of girls or coaches like you get here, in the atmosphere and the support that you have. No other school has that, and has it with a Christian focus too. So I just am really blessed and thankful.
Anyone else? Okay. Coach, ladies, thanks again so much for